Following the departure of former Jamestown College head of security Mike Luck this fall, Jamestown native Brian Nagel has assumed responsibility of campus security. Son of longtime police sergeant Thomas Nagel, Brian says law enforcement is in his blood.
My uncle's the chief of police in Lyndon. My grandfather was a prison guard at the state penitentiary, so it's always been in my family.
But there's more to Brian than meets the eye. Shortly after graduating high school in 2004, he considered joining the Navy. One of his best friends, however, convinced him to join the Marines. After training at Camp Pendleton, California, Nagel was deployed to Iraq in the summer of 2005 as an infantryman. Nagel and his unit narrowly escaped death while watching over Route Michigan, a street in the Iraqi city of Ramadi. From this sandbag room atop a building overlooking the street, Nagel would become a hero. An unmanned drone airplane happened to be flying over the area when an attack was launched on Nagel and his fellow Marines. First, a suicide bomber drove a taxicab filled with explosives into the gate of Brian's stronghold and blew it up. Luckily for Brian, a water truck filled with liquid explosives lagged behind, giving him enough time to gather himself, shoot the driver, then the truck's tank. Separate footage of the attack from ground level was later recovered. It appears as though the terrorist organization involved was attempting to use the footage as propaganda for recruiting. Brian narrowly escaped death on another occasion.
I was injured on July 23rd of '05. That's when I was over there, and I was on the turret of a Humvee, and an explosion went off about 5 feet away from me, and a piece of shrapnel had hit me in the right side of the helmet, and it actually stuck inside my helmet, and it just barely pierced through, but it hit me with such force that I actually got nerve damage and partial brain damage.
Back in the States, Brian believes his experience in the Middle East has changed his life.
Well, it definitely made me think twice about, complaining about life. Yeah. It really does change a person's way of thinking. You don't really think, you think you got problems, but boy, there's a lot of other things out there that really make your stuff look small. And that's exactly what, wow. It's definitely a life changer.
He has 9 tattoos on his body to signify memories, as well as his identity.
This one means love hurts. Mm-hmm. My dad has a dagger through a bleeding rose, and that was one of the many reasons why I had gotten that one, and I just had put my last name in it. And then that ended up being the Bacardi bat. Tribal with a Bacardi bat. Mm-hmm. And then that was just to be a rebel, because it was the day after I turned 18. And then this one actually is a cover-up. It used to be a Ritz cracker. And then this one is 0311, which means Marine Corps Rifleman. This one, a lot of my guys in my unit had gotten this one, just to show everybody what we're really out there doing, is laying our life out for everybody. I got in memory of one of my really, really good friends. His name was Jeffrey Starr. He had died, it was his 3rd tour of Iraq. And it was 4 days after his birthday, and he was 3 weeks before coming home, and he got shot and killed in Iraq. And this is hence the stars, because his name was Star. Yeah. So I got my Ritz cracker to commemorate my crackerness, and then I got my daughter's feet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So those are those two. It's gonna be a Japanese dragon wrapping around with a koi fish from the knee down.
Nagel is now a family man.
I have an 11-month-old daughter, and her name is Madeline, and just a joy right there.
And has plans for the future.
And in 15 years from now, I really want to be a chef. Yeah. I want to go to culinary school in New York and really succeed in that. That is my true goal.
But for now, we can all rest easy because a hero is watching over us.